Sorry for the long wait, but here it is. We see the giant centipede as well as its soul. As our MC mentions, it's finally time for me to attack his body. We see his skeleton bones pierce right through as we see blood gushing out, and it seems like the centipede has become a literal fortified tower with spikes going through it. We see the soul begin to come back into the body, and it yells out in a fury when you find out that this guy has finally run out of power and steam. He then of course tries to move around, and our MC says, "Really? You think you're really gonna try and escape from my hold?" He then tells all of his skeletons to go and hold it, and look at them how they hold on to his legs. It's like they're playing tug of war. He says it's time for you to go, as we also see one of his general beasts start to eat on it like dang, and this guy is definitely having a good meal. It is finally killed here, guys, and wow, he gains 5.5 million XP. He receives a centipede, sword, centipede shield, poison gem, as well as a poison crystal. If you guys want to know what the centipede sword or the centipede shield does, make sure to pause it right here, but pretty much they are both platinum grade, and it gives a lot of attribute boosts, which is actually kind of good. We see his poison gem here, which permanently decreases elemental damage by 50%, which is actually super strong, and of course the poison crystal can be combined with a single element crystal so that it can be made into the elemental divine crystal, and that's what our MC needs to get a class boost up. He then looks at the stone, mentioning that the Eternal Trials is way more mysterious than he had imagined, because he never expected for there to be an elemental crystal over there. He looks at his hands as he already has the flame as well as the poison one, and so he says, "I'm way closer to this." They then begin to merge it together like they're doing fusion from, Dragon Ball Z, and of course this is the elemental divine stone with fire and poison, and it can be used for the third job evolution, increasing the chance by 5%, and I'm guessing he needs 3 more. He says I definitely need to increase it because it's only at 5%, and he says, "You will be my next prey," as he looks at the body of the centipede with his Thanatos scythe out, as well as his skeleton armor. He says, "I will take this opportunity to try and make you into a summon, so don't blame me for doing this." We see he still has a red light on him, and he brings out his scythe, and he uses evocation, and it seems like it disappears his soul as it fails away. He then begins to get nervous, saying, "Yeah, I know our difference in levels are way too wide, but come on, I gotta do this." And yeah guys, W for our MC. Evocation, we see the soul leaving again, but it just dissipates away and it fails. Our MC is getting kind of pissed now, and one thing you don't want to do is piss off our MC. That's just a word of advice. He then holds his scythe with ultimate grit and confidence. He uses evocation, and we see the entire centipede soul leave from the centipede's corpse, and we see he has finally gathered the Great Earth Centipede Soul. It is level 55 with 100,000 strength, agility, and constitution, 60,000 spirit. It has deadly poison mist, slice and sweep, and it has a lot of immune abilities and physical damage increases, and this looks really sick here, his spirit. He finally is super glad here, and this is one of the times that, one of the rare times our MC will smile, so let's be happy that we saw this. The other people are watching are like, how is this guy alive? Don't tell me that the centipede is alive, no way. And of course, we see that green poison stuff coming out from it. They're then looking here, and they say, wait a second, isn't that the corpse of that centipede? And yup, it seems like our MC just walks out with that still red aura coming out from him like a beacon of light, and he actually eliminated this centipede. We see the barrier start to go away, and he spots somebody. It seems like, yup, it is the succubus girl. She then looks at him like, oh crap, it was at this moment she knew she messed up, and her MC just glares, and it seems like he isn't going to let her get away this time. She then tries to escape like, oh gosh, come on girls, just stop running away. He then uses his ability, Soul Flame, and yeah, this beautiful girl might not be so beautiful after our MC's beating, and yeah, beauty isn't necessary only on the outside. We then see his senior say, Linmo, you're alright. Are you? And yeah, he's just faking it because he doesn't want to get hurt. He says, I'm fine. And he says, you can leave now because it seems like they've done their job of protecting him, and technically, he was protecting them. He then cracks the shard, and seems like a lot of poison gas begins to come out from it, and he receives a stellar ring from poison, and it causes poison elemental damage to be negated, and it also equal 10 points of strength for 1 minute. Of course, they're saying, wait a second, this is actually really good from the Earth Centipede. What is this guy's true power? And we see here, it's been literally like, I think 80 chapters already since we've seen the Hall of Heroes. We see this awesome statue looking guy, and I really wonder who this is. And Lord Bai is right here looking at Linmo Yu's soul mark, and his soul mark kind of looks like, I think it's Bane from Batman, but I'm not that sure. or Punisher. Nonetheless, of course, our boy is super shocked as Lord Bai says his spirit has gotten way stronger, and he wonders if he encountered a super strong beast that gave him the opportunity to rise. We then see something begin to wrap around him, and I'm guessing that this is kind of delayed here since, you know, he got the primordial rune of quite a bit ago, and it starts to wrap around his soul mark. And of course, Old Bai just says, this kid really has some good fortune. He says of course he's challenging and facing a hard test for 100 days, but this will be worth it. Somebody then comes up behind him, and this is the divine summoner Mo Xinghai, and this is his holy thunder unicorn. This reminds me of the game, you know, Robot Unicorn. I don't know if you guys played it, but he then asks, "What are you doing here, Mo?" He says, "Oh, what's up, bro? Why the heck are you sitting here as well?" He mentions my student went to go to the eternal trials, and he says his daughter went there as well. They then glare at each other, and I know these guys are probably equal in attack skill, or just probably. Nonetheless, he says, when did you accept a disciple? And it seems like Lord Bai didn't tell anybody. We see Mo Yun's soul mark, and Mo Yun's that beautiful girl, by the way. You'll see, guys. And it looks like a unicorn because she rides one. He says, how is your student? And Old Bai says he has a talent exceeding the best deities on this planet. And of course, it seems like he is super shocked. Like, wait, no way. For somebody to be praised by Old Bai like this must truly be awesome. Of course, Bai also mentions your granddaughter also successfully evolved into her now profession, and the grandfather Mo is like, yep, yeah, I'm definitely happy for that. He then smiles, saying, your granddaughter may be good, but she is nothing compared to my student. And Mo Xinghai just lets out a huff of breath, saying, you even praised him, really. How powerful is your student? Of course, our boy Bai says, well, your granddaughter actually knows our boy Lin Mo Yu. In fact, he was the one who helped her get the Nirvana crystal. And of course, Mo Xinghai is like, wait, you're that kid's master? And he's like, yeah, it all makes sense now. Our MC just got his hands in his pocket, you know, the usual, guys. And there are 4 days that have passed, and there are only 2 days left with, of course, the red thing on him. And we see other people trying to chase up, saying, we have come to protect you. And our MC is like, oh, you've come to protect me. This guy gives a thumbs up, and put this guy in a different anime or manhwa, and he says, sorry, are we really late? And of course, the other people that have been there with Lin Mo Yu are like, bro, who the heck is going to protect Lin Mo Yu? It's actually the opposite, and you got it all wrong. However, in the sky, we see another primordial rune beacon come out from the air, and it is somebody sitting on a unicorn. And this is Mo Yun, and looking at her face expression, she seems quite nervous. It seems she's being chased by some demons as well as the succubus, and she sees another primordial rune. And it is Lin Mo Yu, and she is shocked, and she says, wait, he's at level 30, and he even got a primordial rune. She mentions, actually, I feel relieved when I'm with him. Oh gosh, our boy got Riz, but that's also because, you know, he has a super strong army. She is being chased by these demons, and she says, dang it, I can't do this. She then goes above Lin Mo Yu, and she yells out to him, come on, I will help you, come with me, I'll help you escape. And wait a second, weren't you the one escaping? Our MC just says, escape? You really think I'm gonna run away? He says they should be the ones running, and of course these demons are like, oh, there's another primordial rune here. It looks like we've found another gem, and well guys, yeah, guess who's sweating nervously? It is a succubus queen in all of her nervousness, and she's like, oh no, this is not gonna go well. She says it's him, Lin Mo Yu, and she yells out for everybody to run, and yeah, that's probably the only thing that you can do when you are an enemy of our MC. Of course, she says, it's Lin Mo Yu, my goat. Just kidding. She says, it's my rival, or not even my rival, it's my greatest nightmare, as everybody is still charging at him, while some are still running away. Of course, Mo Yun is like, wait, why are they afraid of you? He says, maybe I killed a lot of them back then, but it's not going to be a big deal. She says, I see, I got this primordial rune 5 days ago, and she's trying to riz up our boy. He says, before this is actually integrated, you should come with me and stay with me. And she is super happy, because of course, it's crazy how abyss demons are scared of this dude, despite him being level 30. Anyways, it seems like the succubus ran far away, and they are now on the east side of the map. One of them reasons with her, saying, guys, or Miss Succubus, why are we scared of him? He's literally only level 30, bruh. He didn't say bruh, but you know what I mean. Anyway, she says, well, you guys can do what you want, but I'm not doing it. They then say, okay, we'll give it our all, and it seems like she's just gonna use them for bait so she can get away. We see that they are now at a campfire cooking in another world, if you guys know what I'm talking about, and he wonders if her evolution was successful, and she then harasses, harasses, but she pets her pony, and it is actually a divine spirit unicorn now, and she's level 41. Wow, she is a divine spirit summoner, which is also the same as her father or grandpa, or kind of similar. She says you also must be here for the secret realm, right? As they then begin to discuss the requirements. Third is a dungeon dragon palace where you can also get the dragon crystal, and next, the first is of course the primordial space where you get the rune. She says apart from that, my grandpa also told me that according to legends, there was also an extremely powerful world boss, and guys, look at this dude's aura. It's like something straight out of the Elden Ring, and I wonder if our MC can beat this monster of a monster, and I'm gonna guess no right now. She says I haven't heard of anybody eliminating him, but just at that second, it seems that there are a barrage of arrows from Clash of Clans from the King Tower coming down on them. She says what's going on, but there is a shield to protect them. It then breaks through the shield, and he says that she can block these attacks at level 41, and it seems like that's pretty good. However, it finally cracks and she gets on a unicorn, mentioning, come on, we have to go away. They're after our primordial runes. He says, relax, relax, everything is fine. And she's like, wait, how the heck is everything fine? We then see these guys are just looking down at them, and these are level 50 dragon professionals. She says, we have to really run before it's too late. This guy is probably the commander, and he's pretty cocky, saying 2 runes, 2 primordial runes. Wow, this is gonna be free. This is gonna be free cash, guys. He then goes to attack our MC, but our MC of course could not care less. This guy uses cross slash, but our MC has a skeleton armor, and 3 skeletons pop out of nowhere, and he uses slow curse on them. They then break free. They're like, that doesn't work, you know that, right? However, it seems like one of them then begins to catch on fire, and he uses soul blaze, and yeah, our MC mentions I already have that experience. He then charges into them, and of course he's directing them as Mo Yun is like, wait, this is a battle? This is a one-sided slaughter. He then is about to use corpse explosion with slow curse, but just at that moment, a barrier is formed out of nowhere, and they are both confused as to where this came from. Our MC is super happy as he mentions it is finally here. We see the demonic dragons, and they're like, what's in what's that in the sky? He says, what a bunch of fools. They don't even know that I'm using them as bait, ha 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 XD. And our MC probably didn't say that, he just kept a straight face. We see skeleton fangs just pierce through their wings and through their bodies, and we see a smoke cloud emerge, and it seems like Mo Yun is kind of baffled, but what happened? She mentions that she has a teleportation talisman, but it actually teleports you to somewhere random, and our MC says, no rush, but let's save that for later. We see Lin Mo Yu, we meet again, and it is a succubus lady, and it seems like she has a stone in her hand, and yes, we see the succubus queen through this transmitter, and we see the succubus girl just bowing down in reverence. She then says, Lin Mo Yu, I see. And her MC says, the succubus queen, huh? He says she infiltrated Shenxia during the professional competition, and Bai just pushed her away like she was some ant. Nonetheless, Mo Yun says, why the heck did you come here? This is literally the demon queen of the abyss. She then says to Lin Mo Yu, well, if you want to work for me, you definitely can, because your strength has impressed me, and also you little girl Mo Yun, you could also be here as well, and yeah, I think this woman's getting a little bit cocky. We then see our girl Mo Yun begins to be bewitched by her, but she then has protection around her after Lin Mo Yu uses skeleton armor. She says the power of the succubus queen is way too terrifying, and the succubus queen is quite surprised that it worked, and she seems kind of demure and kind of cocky at the same time. She then begins to get furious as we see her expression here saying, then if this doesn't work, then there's only one option, and that's for you guys to go. We see a huge explosion, and oh my gosh, this looks like some sort of mud slime legendary monster beast, and it begins to infiltrate the ground. And the other dragon demons are like, wait, how the heck did you just provoke a demon queen? We then see that own guy, oh wow, he gets pierced in his body, but our MC of course manages to step away. He says, what exactly did that queen send over? Because it's similar to a great centipede, but it is way more fluid, as we see one of his skeleton warriors get destroyed after we see that sort of mud-like creature just pierce through the armor. Of course, this is actually the Crimson Moon Demon. It is a territorial lord one. It's level 52, 50,000 agility, spirit, and constitution of 50,000 and above, and this is super strong. We then see it breaks through a skeleton armor, wondering where the heck its real body is, and Mo Yun is looking at the sky with everybody else there, and we find out that the barrier merged with that demon, and so if we can't kill it, then they'll be stuck there forever, and another skeleton mage of his gets destroyed in an instant. He says, fine, let me just test it. He then uses Rage Strike, and he says, wow, it actually managed to not even get damaged in the slightest, and so this might be troubling. That's exactly what our boy says, and Moyun mentions, I really have a flying restriction skill, so of course it seems like I can't do it right now to escape. We hear 30 seconds, that's how long that I can do it for, and our boy MC just says, that's enough. 30 seconds is a long time. Anyways, we then see it begin to attack our MC, and we see it is nobody else but Moyun in the sky distracting, and he says, I'll try this again, as he has his undead general here, and he has one hand in his pocket, so I'm guessing our MC is chilling. Legion strengthening. It seems like they're going to attack this head on, and I'm really excited what the outcome of this battle is going to be, because it is a battle of the strongest skeletal summons ever versus some random mud-like alive creatures, and yeah, our MC is definitely going to destroy this being. Make sure to comment down armor if you made it all the way till the end, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to watch these other Manhwa recaps. I am going to be doing a new video almost every day, and without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next recap.